Okay, this is the second part of my information literacy standards exploration. I have two more lesson plans to go over, and then I will conclude. So the third lesson plan that I had created starts with the AASL standard of sharing knowledge and participating ethically as productive members of society and using technology and information tools to organize and display information and knowledge. I combine that with the IST standard that students will create original works responsibly and repurpose or remix digital resources into new creations. And students will communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects like visualizations, models. And I combine that with the Georgia Performance Reading Standard of comparing and contrasting two or more characters, setting or events by drawing on specific details in the text. The lesson plan that I created is really cool because we did this already this year. The students read the book Wonder, and that was over the course of a couple of months. But then we were able to go on a field trip because the motion picture came out. So we went to go see the motion picture in the movie theater. Once the book and the movie were both presented to the students, I had asked the students to compare and contrast one of the characters from the book to the same character in the movie. So to present, they were going to trace outlines of their bodies on butcher paper, like where they lay down and they trace their outline, so that they could color it and fill it in to make it look like the character is life size. Then I had the students create a digital poster using S'more to present three differences from the book and the movie about the character. And then those S'more digital posters were printed and hung next to the large student character outline that they created in the hall for others to reflect on. So there I used different technology resources. I compared and contrast, and I did this effectively using a variety of digital objects, and I also pulled information tools to organize and display knowledge. So again, another lesson plan combining all three different types of standards. The fourth lesson plan, this one starts with the AASL standard, the 21st Learner Standard, that students will pursue their personal learning growth, and they're going to do that by reading widely and fluently to make connections with self to world, making text to world connections. I added that onto the IST standard that students will formulate problem definitions suited for technology-assisted methods and abstract models in exploring and finding situations. And then I combined that with the reading standard for the Georgia Performance standards, that by the end of the year, students are going to be able to comprehend informational text, including history, social studies, science, independently and proficiently. This is kind of a lengthy, detailed lesson plan, but it combines a lot of different technology, a couple of different kinds of technology, and then it also combines a couple of different literature pieces. I honed in on inferencing with this lesson plan, and the historical, the social studies standard that deals with the Great Depression. So with this one, we're going to start out by talking about the Great Depression with a Brain Pop video. I really like Brain Pops because they simplify and explain simply concepts for students in social studies and science quickly and effectively. I broke the class down into small group instruction setting, and I've got one group doing a guided reading on this particular reading passage, just a small or a short informational text about the Great Depression. It also had comprehension questions linked to it. I had students highlight information that helped them make inferences. Students also answer questions at the end. I'm going to have students utilize technology within these small groups. This one's going to be an independent small group where students utilize technology in the library to watch a short film, a little YouTube video that helps with inferencing. This lesson plan is designed to do in the library, hopefully in a learning commons setting where the teacher can easily move furniture around. Here's the birds Pixar clip. I really enjoy using that in my classroom. So back to the learning commons. If the library is a learning commons area, the teacher can move furniture around to accommodate what she needs for her lesson and utilize the librarian to help. Students are going to create a T-chart after watching the birds, and they're going to write explicit information about the movie. And then on the other side, students are going to write inferences that they were able to make from the video. And then the final group is a partner reading group where students are going to have the opportunity to read short text about the Great Depression. And they're going to have to write at least 2 explicit details and 2 inferences that they were able to make from each book. So inferencing is a very important skill, going back to this Georgia Performance Standard of being able to comprehend informational texts and be able to independently and proficiently do that. I was also able to pull in technology and, formulate definitions and help students problem solve by using technology. They're watching, both of those video clips, pulling information from them to help them with their lesson. And then I was able to pull in on this standard by making connections with self to world, by pulling in something that was totally different from the Great Depression, the birds video, and having them, use it in the same way that they would use a book or a small informational text reading passage. All right, so again, you can easily see that I combined these 3 different technology or 3 different standards: the 21st century learner standards that the American Association of Libraries has set out. I was also able to combine the International Society for Technology and Education standards for students, along with our Georgia Performance Standards that the state puts out. And by doing that, we can efficiently and effectively help students become that 21st century learner that is going to be an effective and productive member of society. And that is the goal for all students. Thank you.